Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reaction. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch some Symphogear GX, is it now? Yes, GX. Gotta remember that. We got some comments here today, and let's go over and see what people got to say. We got the Matt who says, sync rates were mentioned by Fine during the scene where Kanade first activated Gungnir. Kanade also used something that visually closely resembles Linker during that same scene to increase her sync rate. During the first episode of the first season, she also comments on the linker wearing off, that happening to a bit before she notices Hibiki, meaning that she sang the superb song without ever having linker to help her sync rates. Nasaja did mention to Maria that some functions of the moon were damaged by Fine's beam during the start of the episode.
I think it should go without saying. From here into perpetuity, don't expect us to remember much from the episode 1 of any show that we watch, unless we come back to it for like further information for like say like Heavy Delusion, right? For stuff that's been said there that turns out to be major things by episode 3 or 4.
Oh yeah.
Shit that we go back to. Otherwise, episode 1's for us, I don't know, maybe for me and maybe not for Griff, are just getting your feet into the medium, right? Just figuring out what we're here to do, what we're about, and what the show is going to be like. It's not about the
Yeah,
details yet.
the number one thing I remember from episode one was being shocked that they just murked an entire audience full of people, just like outright, did not care. That was great.
Yeah, that and Hibiki running through a factory with a little girl. That
Oh
was
yeah, yeah.
that was just the whole episode to me. There was no salient facts. It was just maybe two characters to know, and God, this show is full of music, and that was about it.
You know what it sounds to me? What it sounds to me is like somebody had an initial idea, just put it in there to show it off, and then didn't like expand upon it further because like that's not what the story ended up having to go or needing to go. And then later on, when they needed to pull something back in, they go, "Oh, we did that thing. We seeded that a while ago. How about we throw it in now?"
Yeah, there was season 2 was more about Linker and
Mhm.
the inject that is Linker. Sync rates, sorry. Sync rates and
Yeah.
Linker and all that. That's what season 2 was about. Well, they're pulling like a Picard to TNG thing, right?
Mhm.
Hey, you remember that one episode where we did this?
Hey,
Well,
remember when you realized that there was an entire mirror dimension full of evil use? I'm sure that'll never be a problem.
ironically, weirdly, you poured that out because it's something that does not happen in TNG. Happens in every other show except for Voyager and TNG. Even
I,
Enterprise did it.
look, all I'm saying is evil Picard.
That's a comic book cover you can find. They
Hell
they
yeah.
do mirror universe TNG in
Mhm.
one book at least that I'm aware of, and there's a whole comic span. Anyway, next comment.
Next comment is by Rand's Happy Gaming Family. Oh wow, am I late? Sometimes life really just keeps hit on hitting, huh? Took me a while to catch up through the whole season, but I should be able to keep up now. I love how it's implied that Hibiki never doubted crits whatsoever, but didn't say anything because everyone knows she's naive. So, Zababa is a Mesopotamian goddess who uses the dual blades Igamla and Shul Shagana, the pink and green Symphogears. Kirika and Sharabe weren't just shipped, they came designed as a bundle from the beginning. Yeah, that totally checks out. Fun fact, Tsubasa learned her Shade Stitcher move she used last season from Ogawa the Business Ninja. Hey, there we go. People are learning more ninja techniques. We're becoming Naruto. The treasury of Babylon is the dimension where noise were stored and Solomon's cane is the key, though I guess you figured that out already. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't a perfect fit, and they didn't fix the lunar ruins by repairing the moon. They just used the global phonic gain to activate the ruins uh, back up, and then have the ruins fix the moon's trajectory. Maria used her sister's Symphogear. Hibiki is no longer a fusion, which also means she can no longer freely use Superb Song. She still has Maria's standard gear that won't kill her because it's not stuck on her chest, and Miku Sensho Jin is completely vaporized by its power. The Nephilim blew up and took out the entire noise dimension with it. I would say something about you paying attention, but I'm aware Symphogear has so many things happening all the time, it can be hard to keep track of on the first watch. Oh boy, that is putting it lightly.
There's an irony to that last sentence. I think my headset started dying in the very beginning of that comment. That's why I was doing this and tapping. I was leaning my head this way, and my headset just started. The sound went away. And I was like, oh shit. So when I came back to in the middle of your comment, it sounded like nonsense, right? Not because it was nonsense. Obviously, the story has everything. The comments were full of meaning. I read them before this, so just keep that in mind. I'm not dismantling your comment or anything. It's just that
Mhm.
set your mind to real world matters for a second, and then start listening to a bunch of shit that happens in a crazy ass show like Symphogear. All I'm hearing is blah 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 blah. It's like shit. What the?
You miss the critical context is what happens. So yeah, no, you're like completely detached from reality on it.
Well, it's like watching a train go by and thinking, at what point can I jump back onto this? Let me hear a word I can latch back onto and understand what's being said.
Yeah. So the noise dimension is destroyed. I mean, I guess that makes sense. That's fine. They are making new ones. I guess they are just literally making those brand new. They're not like from any dimension.
They're
They're not
called
using Solomon's
they have a different
capabilities.
name though. They're alchemical noise.
Right, right. They're brand new. There's stuff they're pumping out on their own. Okay, that all checks out. Let's see. Anything else here in the comment we want to go over real quick?
You tell me.
Hey, we're getting ninja techniques. I'm always excited about that.
More stuff to rip
Let's
off from
see.
Naruto, sure.
Do. Oh yeah, there's the whole Hibiki's transfer of stuff. And yeah, no, she's using Maria's stuff now, but she's still herself. I guess how Symphogear looks at you just kind of depends on who you are. It doesn't matter what the item is, it just kind of fits to whatever you do. Otherwise, we'd have Hibiki in the pink dress. Which, hey, outfit change, that'd be cool.
Well, I mean, we have a character that wears a pink dress, so I'm confused.
We need more. Joshua Kazak says, it's definitely a shame they cut out the transformation, but you're right that it would throw off the timing and surprise. It sucks that they gave her one of the best transformations in G, though, and we didn't get to see it outside of the bonus. I absolutely love the OVAs because they're half comedy and half answering actually really important questions. The first sketch is a great example, where it gives an explanation for why they stay hidden at the end of season 1. Yeah, I would have loved to have the scene in the show itself, but late answers are better than none, and the OVAs are pretty fun to watch as little moments in between. The highlights for me will always be Maria being stupidly awkward behind the scenes, and Miku's realization that her song, while wearing Senshojin, just told the entire world her actual feelings about Hibiki. Every season starts using the OVA episodes like this, where it's just a nice little way to answer questions they missed in the show itself and flesh out some of the more character interactions. It's a really good use for bonus content. Yeah, I gotta agree. As far as bonus content goes, I really like it. Slightly relevant to Full Metal Alchemist, like in the manga, at the end, the artist uses like the last page to do like three-panel short little comedy
They
bits.
had to draw a cow.
Yeah, they draw a cow, or they just like draw like some chibi versions of like the characters and had them do like a little bit, like just going over something that happened. Someone pointing out, it's like, but wait a second, didn't they do this or this? And then they just showed like the character answering that, like with the obvious, like, duh, I have this, or something like that. I feel like the exact same idea is happening here. It's to fill in things at the very end, and of course, if you got pages at the end, make fun of your characters. Make fun of all the stuff you wrote. I like it. Then you got anything to add to that?
Well, I mean, I think I specifically said it during the OVA reactions. Like, end of season 1, I had a big problem with the fact that he said, I'm not going to do this to you again, and then goes missing for 2 weeks. And then, for like an entire season, I just kept mocking that point. And then the OVA comes in at the end of the season 2 to go back to the end of season 1 and explain that. So yeah, I appreciate getting an answer at some point rather than no point.
Hmm.
Although now I
And,
feel like this is the kind of show where we find out that, like, we start season 4 and it's going to be like, imagine if they never explained that, and I would not be thrown off if we started season 4 and it's 2 weeks in the future where those people from the end of season 1 disappeared for 2 weeks because they were sent in the future, have a new adventure for season 4, then go back to have season 2.
that's exactly what's gonna happen. I can't even deny that. You're just on point.
I'm just saying, that's kind of show I wouldn't be surprised for.
And our last comment for today, Seraph Armoros says, "It's funny you ask how they were doing the stage effects during the show, as there's a blink and you miss it moment right after they fly past each other, where you can see the wires detaching from their backs." Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm just glad the detail's there. It's like it's a stage performance. Of course, they're like using stage props, and not just like using future jetpacks.
I mean, it's like that game of Urban Jungle that you ran, right, where I played the stage magician who can
Yeah.
do stage tricks, who also knows just real magic.
Is it real or is it an illusion? You decide. But let's go ahead and take a look at Symphogear and see what we're missing from last time. Last time's episode was Twilight of the Wielders, with Tsubasa and Chris's Symphogear destroyed by the Alka Noise, Shirabe, and Kirika, despite being hindered by being unable to use Linker, step in to help Chris and Elf9 escape safely with the enemy dolls. Having completed the memory mission, retreat. Sorry, that was a weird sentence. Later, after Tsubasa and Maria return to Japan, Elvine explains Carol's motives to the others, presenting them with a relic known as the Dying Slave. The next day, as Hibiki and her friends are confronted by the third auto-scorer, Gale Tuman, who summons more Alkanoids, Hibiki, who had been conflicted about using Gungir to fight, suddenly finds herself unable to sing the chant needed to transform.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. I guess I should also say up front, we actually missed our recording week, so it's been actually even longer since the last time we watched. So
Mhm.
I had just completely forgotten what happened last time. But even like when you were only one sentence in, it immediately came back to me. Oh, that's right, everyone lost their powers, and
Neuron activated.
Hibiki became a stutterer or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird, interesting stuff happening this season, and we're literally just at the start of them surprising us with it. What's the reasoning behind this going to be? How is this going to resolve? We don't know. We're getting to the start of the mysteries.
Yeah, we're in the early stages where things are supposed to be normal, but they're not because we're not even getting the normal bits now. Now we're like immediately the alchemists attack. I don't know. Last time we
Mhm.
got Doctor what was it? Weiss? Weiss was it?
Maybe. That I don't know. Don't ask me for names.
The bad guy from last season.
Yeah.
His name was Veers.
Uh,
Doctor Veers.
Veers.
I
Yes.
don't know why I was saying Weiss.
You threw me
Doctor.
off.
Yeah, Doctor Veers. We started off with a whole noise attack on him uh,
Mhm, mhm.
last time. So if we follow last season's kind of roller coaster, we're gonna go down in the middle and we're gonna come back up again with the craziness. I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
not goodness of episodes, insanity of episodes.
A very important metric for us here.
Yeah, they're gonna sit down and explain what everything means, and that's gonna be low insanity episodes. And then we're gonna ramp back up with, okay, we've explained everything. Time to kick into action.
I got a feeling that's going to be this episode because our characters are at a low moment right now. They just had a bunch of stuff explained to them, and now they got to find a solution, and it's going to be some madness.
I mean, we started by rescuing a space shuttle by hand, so that's stuff that's usually relegated to Superman.
Hey, I mean they put them on a power scale. They can stop a crashing ship from orbit. It's awesome.
Well, they also
So
chopped a mountain in half.
So Theta, any other thoughts before we go ahead and get into this?
Go ahead.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. But before we get started, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check it out over on the Patreon. It is $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all to support the channel just a little bit extra.
これはセレナのアガートラム。破損したシンフォギアを作戦行動に組み込むこと
Supposed to be a flashback?
持っていなさい。
I guess so. Because, I mean, she's alive, so.
Well, she was alive before. What? No. What?
She's dead on the moon. They brought back her.
Yeah,
body
they
for a
brought
few-
her back. I wasn't aware if she was dead or not. I know they brought her back, though.
大丈夫よ。私、セレナのように強く輝けるかな。
So, this is how they bring Maria back into it. Got it.
強く。 アルカノイズ。
They got a new warning just for that. Very good.
I mean, it'd be more disturbing if they had already programmed it in. Like what I was pointing out to the Witch from Mercury permit thing. That they've already got an error in place for when Prosper shows up.
Warning! Warning! Crazy girl from 20 years ago is back for revenge. Consult your technician.
Well, it's, you know, warning error 5606 or something like that. Permit override. But nobody else has ever done this before.
I'm now just like watching this again, looking for special new things. Chris is like doing something with a summoning circle.
Well, it's alchemy now.
Yeah. So they're gonna have like Alka Symphogears. Oh wait, that's
Maybe.
exactly what's gonna happen. I just called it.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, I guess that would be the Power Rangers thing to do, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. We're in the new season, so now you gotta go get the ninja stone so you can transform.
No, the next step was crystals.
Yeah, because
Zeo.
like
Zeo crystals.
what was the order of operations? Like Zeo, Ninja, Space, More Space, Rescue, or something?
I know why you're confused, is because they went to Ninja in the movies. And the movie's
Mhm.
not canon. So they
Ah,
never
yeah.
actually do that.
They totally got ninja costumes though. I want to see our girls in ninja costumes. That'd be great. We got a ninja on board.
エルフナインちゃんからの情報で捕捉精度が格段に上がっている。
急ぎ奏者たちに対応。
調べちゃんとキリカちゃんのコンディションで戦闘
Yeah.
行為は無謀です。
That was insensitive, you prick.
翼さん、クリスちゃん、マリアさんだって出せません。
まともにギアをまとえるのは響くんただ一人。
Yeah, the only one.
Unless that other girl still has it.
Oh, that's right. She's just going to McDonald's for a meal here. She's getting like a blood burger. Yeah, bad time for bronchitis.
You think that would take her out? I've infiltrated their base and I've poisoned all their food with strep throat. Or strep.
歌わないのではなく。
歌えないの。
おお、ここで行きます。
And now that the girls have coronavirus, they will be defeated.
Too soon? Question mark.
それは浮かばないんだ。
ギアをまとえないこいつと戦ったところでいいのな。ここは試しに仲良し小良しをこの後引いてみるべきか。
Wait, you wouldn't kill her otherwise?
あーまどろっこしいな。
Yo, what's up, background
あ
girl?
んたと立花がどんな関係か知らんけど、だらだらやんのならあたしら巻き込まないでくれる？
お前、こいつの仲間じゃないのか。
冗談。
I would just let her go for just saying that. That's pretty cool.
道を開けない。
Wow. Yeah, just good save. Way to go.
You never know unless you ask, right?
あんたって変なとこで度胸あるわよね。去年の学祭もテンション違ったしさっきのはお芝居。たまには私たちがビッキーを助けたっていいじゃない。我ながらナイスな作戦でした。と見せた希望をここでバッサリ摘み取るのよね。
Yeah, there's no reason she can't catch it. I guess except that the noise like are like slow joggers.
You know, I thought they were going to use those as wheels. I didn't know that they were going to roll out as whips or something.
Yeah, I was expecting like a circular saw kind of thing.
I keep telling us this isn't an anime.
Girl's got one line. Oh no, one of the friends is gonna grab it and they'll transform.
Well, you need sync rate still, though. Also, it could kill you. Alright, the other girl who can use Gungnir. Obviously.
Hell yeah, here we go. Maria's back, y'all.
Digimon, Digital Monsters, Digimon are the champions. Digimon, change into digital monsters. Save the digital world.
I gotta make a confession, I've seen one season of Digimon ever in the movie.
I just watched the Pokemon vs. Digimon Death Battle thing recently.
Oh, hell yeah.
God, sometimes it really is a lot like Power Rangers.
マリア君発行する攻撃部位こそが解剖期間気をつけて立ち回れ
Let's see how well she does. She has the same info as everyone now that, it will still break the Symphogear.
Yeah, I mean, Chris should have been the one that got away with this. All her shit is ranged.
I think she was just too busy saving someone. Hell yeah. I do love how it just dead ends the song right there too. That's just good and dramatic.
Really good. Oh, that's the pokey in the eye move. Okay, Arnold.
Oh, that's nice and creepy.
Transform out before you can touch me? No, what the fuck? Oh, her sync rate's not up or something?
It's because like the thing is like slightly broken. Like they talked about at the beginning of the episode, right?
Oh, I thought because she was using somebody else's, not hers.
現代に新型ノイズを完成させるとは、位相空間に干渉する技術を備えているということです。なことより、みんな無事なのか？駆けつけたマリアさんがガングニールをまとって敵を退けてくれたわ。マリアがですか？
Drive off with some bold words.
私たちのように。
We bored them out of the fight.
バックファイアに自分をいじめながらか。無茶をしてくれる。もしも私がガングニールを手放していなければ、いや、それは未練だな。怪我はない？
はい。だけどマリアさんが傷だらけで、歌って戦って。
A normal person would have at least wiped their face.
君のガングニール。私のガングニールです。これは誰かを助けるために使う力。
What the fuck did I just do, you bitch?
Literally just saved 5 helpless girls, so...
I'm the one bleeding from the face. What are you doing?
Alright. She recognizes it. She has some issues this season. It's fine.
逃げているの？逃げているつもりじゃありません。だけど適合してガングニールを自分の力だと実感して以来、この人助けの力で誰かを傷つけることがすごく嫌なんです。そうだ、ガングニールはお前の力だ。だから目を背けるな。目を背けるの。
Really feels like you should have used like a listening metaphor.
ガリ
そんな顔しないでくださいよ。ろくに歌えないのと歌っても大したことない相手だったんですから。あんな歌をむしり取ったところで役に立ちませんって。
自分が作られた目的を忘れていないのならそれでいい。
You kinda didn't do your job.
人助けの力で戦うのは嫌だよ。お前も人助けして殺される口なのか。だが次こそはあいつの歌を叩いて砕け。これ以上の遅延は
Yeah, I thought we were supposed to be sending the crazy one out now
メイ
anyway.
ラインの解放分かってましたもん。ガリにお任せです。
Oh, yeah, that's right. They do have an extra crazy
お
one.
前に
Yeah, they just made one.
ミカを
It
つ
needs
け
to be powered up or something.
There
Yeah.
she is.
せめてあの時外れ奏者のギアが解除されなければ。眠れないの？
Someone has been cleaning the outside of their house.
気を使わせちゃった。
今日のことを考えてるんだよね。
戦えないんだ。歌を歌ってこの手で誰かを傷つけるこ
I
と
don't
が
think this is
と
what
て
they
も
meant
怖
by
くて、
pillow talk.
私の弱さがみんなを危険に巻き込んだ。なのに
She's gotta work it out sometime.
私は知ってるよ。響の歌が誰かを傷つける歌じゃないことを。
ごめんねマム、遅くなっちゃった。
マムの大好きな
Weren't you already here a couple episodes ago?
Can't trick us twice, Joe. Graves don't actually mean you're dead. Otherwise, Hibiki would be dead.
She came back in a coffin.
Look, Hibiki had a grave too, is all I'm saying.
一緒に研究してみんなのために役立てようとしてるです。ゆっくりだけどちょっとずつ世界は変わろうとしてい
And
る。
she came back in a space shuttle.
変わろうとしているのは世界だけじゃない。
She's actually still on the moon working.
私だけがネフィリムと対決したアガートラームも再びまとったガングニールも、窮地を切り抜けるのはいつも自分のものではない力。私も変わりたい。本当の意味で強くなりたい。
それはマリアだけじゃないよ。私たちだって同じです。
Look, you better get power again, because Fine died for you. And she hasn't come back yet.
I'm sorry, I did not to take away from the scene, but is that a bottle of soy sauce?
答えは自分で探そう。
That's a different way of pouring one out for somebody.
答えは全部あるはずだもの。
Good thing I got some here.
立花さんは食べないのでしょうか？
I'm hungry.
課題やらなきゃって。お昼ご飯より課題を優先するなんて、こりゃ相当な重症だわ。
Have
歌えないビッキーか。
I love how her friends know her.
立花さんってば余計に気を使いそうですし、普段は単純なくせにこういう時ばっかりややこしいんだよね。
ビッキーが歌を歌えないのって、もしかしたら歌う理由を忘れたからじゃないかな。
響が歌う理由。
うん。それを思い出せたらきっと。
響は
I mean, that is a pretty dumb reason for your characters to be depowered. I mean, I know the other ones aren't, but for Hibiki specifically.
I mean, for Hibiki, she's had 2 seasons of wind-up for this and needs to actually answer her own question here.
Yeah, but last season she was literally, I'm gonna die if I keep singing, and chose to keep singing. So clearly she knows.
その機械人形はお姫様を取り巻く護衛の騎士といったところでしょうか。
スペックをはじめとする詳細な情報は僕に記録されていません。ですが、
シンフォギアをも凌駕する戦闘
Sweet
力から
drum
見て
beat.
間違いないだろう。
頂上脅威への対抗こそ俺たちの使命。この現状を打開するためエルフナイン君より計画の立案があった。
Alright, let's see what craziness we're gonna do.
I was like, move your head, you're... There we go, thank you.
Yeah. Of course, it's the tallest person in the room who can read it.
やっぱりまだ歌うのは怖いの？誰かを傷つけちゃうんじゃないかって思うとね。響は初めてシンフォギアを身にまとった時のことって覚えてる？どうだったかな。無我夢中だったし。その時の響は誰かを傷つけたいと思って歌
You
を
ever
歌
seen
った
that girl
のかな。
again?
Which one?
The one from the time they're talking about.
イグナイトモジュール。
No, no, she was just like a little girl went down to the city. I don't think we've seen her
錬
again.
金術を応用することで理論上不可能ではありません。リスクを背負うことで対価を勝ち取る。
Ah, equivalent exchange, the rule of alchemy.
アルカノイズの反応を検知。
But yeah, no, they're definitely gaming alchemical Symphogears. Let's go.
ついにミカまでも。逃げないで歌ってほしいぞ。それとも歌いやすいところに誘ってるのか？それなら
She does look like a fighting game character, though.
You know, a little bit, yeah.
Like a Skullgirls character or something.
敵の襲撃。でもここから
Oh
では
yeah,
間
absolutely.
に合わないです。
Foiled by stairs. Yeah, that's an injury.
Thank God you were wearing your armored clothing, I guess.
戦ってくれないと君の大切なもの解剖しちゃうぞ。友達バラバラでも戦わなければこの町の人間を犬も猫もみんな解剖だぞ。
Well, at least she's having fun with what she does, you know?
本気にしてもらえないなら
Stand up. Oh, that's kind of cute, actually.
響の歌は誰かを傷つける歌じゃないよ。伸ばしたその手も誰かを傷つける手じゃないって私は知ってる。私だから知ってる。だって私は響と戦って救われたんだよ。
Yep, that's literally true.
響の歌に救われて響の手で今日に繋がっている人たくさんいるよ。だから怖がらないで。
Why would you attack her?
Because she's bored?
No, she wants Hibiki to sing. She's literally giving her a speech that would cause her to sing. She's doing what you want in this moment. Wow, you were talking about whistling earlier, Griff?
Oh, yeah.
That was an off-recording joke only for us.
Yeah, I was like, no, there's no way they're gonna kill her.
Why was there so much water up there?
Yeah, good question. I guess they broke a pipe or two. In the already broken building.
私の歌を
Is she replacing singing with whistling?
I guess so. No, I hear
okay.
this.
I was gonna say this would be a crazy replacement. Kind of sad that she didn't though. It would be like that character from Asura's Wrath that like cowboy whistles every time.
これが戦闘特化したオートスコアラのスペック。
それがどうした？相手が戦闘特化だとしても立花が遅れを取るなどありえない。
I don't know, y'all are pretty confident, but Symphogears have just disintegrated instantly. Let's see it happen. I got a feeling that last rhyme was a bit of a stretch.
It's hard to tell because the lyrics are on both sides of the screen.
Damn, popped her like a balloon though, jeez.
さあ、それは水に映った幻。
Alright, Hibiki, you're about to fall 20 stories, you have no armor, and nothing can save you. Let's see what happens.
Whatever did happen to her relative?
Crash! Oh, I love it. Alright,
Destroyed?
she's still close.
Right?
Say again?
Yeah, naked face down on concrete probably isn't survivable. Yeah, maybe it was the other way around. It wasn't that everybody with a gravestone doesn't die. Maybe it is everyone with a gravestone does die, just not maybe you expect.
Well, Theta, as it turns out, everyone will have a gravestone eventually.
Well, no, I meant more like the mother had a gravestone after she had died. And Hibiki had a gravestone before she died.
I don't think this is the end. At the same time, series would be very funny for doing that.
Now, we already joked about this before. Hibiki can't die.
Right, she's the main character. She's the backbone of the show. She's probably fine. She's just in shock.
The whole if you keep singing, you'll die thing. And then the whole your crystals are spreading out your body and they'll kill you thing. And now you fell. God, we can actually tell how many stories it was because she was above the building. So,
yeah.
It has been over 6 to 7 stories. Straight down, naked onto concrete.
It's not an unsurvivable fall, but it's highly unlikely. Again, she has the benefits of magic here.
Well, she doesn't. She lost that 7 stories up.
She was still glowing on the ground after impact. Command center reactions.
響ちゃんの救出を急行します。
私らならやれる。だからプロジェクトイグナイトを進めてくれ。
強化型シンフォギアの完成を。
Amino Hibiki. Habikiri. Amino
She's gotta become an
Habikiri.
amoeba.
Well, it's
Chris will become a mitochondria.
The confusing thing is that is Tsubasa, right?
Wait, is it?
Her outline there, isn't it?
Hold up, I gotta zoom enhance. Yeah, it is.
So the one with the name of that's Habakiri. Habakiri. Sorry.
Amino Habakiri, yeah.
It just contains the letters of Hibiki in there, so that threw me off.
What a mouthful, though. And what an episode. So, I didn't think things could go even lower, and now they just have. Congratulations, show. We did it.
Well, I mean, not really.
Everyone's failed.
Because it's literally showing us, hey, you've got new stuff in
Oh, yeah,
Project
yeah, no.
Ignite.
Yeah, this is the point where it's supposed to start turning around and, like, they show up with the new stuff and go, like, yeah, we can do it.
It's not like the Power Rangers thing, right? Where we're left off at the end of the episode with, like, the command center destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing left. We're depowered and standing around outside the building.
I'm expecting that to happen some time now for Symphogear.
I'm just saying that's how, like, Power Rangers stops from Mighty Morphin and they go into Zeo.
Yeah.
Because then you're left off season ending. And then not multiple seasons, like, I don't know, multiple time periods before the next show starts to
Mm-hmm.
find out that there's a base underneath the base with the Zeo crystals and everything.
Right.
This one, they all are depowered, and then at the very end of the same episode, here's the thing.
I definitely love that, like, Hibiki literally doubles down on, like, my determination is unstoppable for, like, an entire song. And then turns out her determination was highly stoppable. That's just a fun punchline.
Like I said, I don't buy into the whole, what are you singing for thing. Because,
Oh, yeah?
well, as I said before, she was literally singing to death. She knew what she was singing for. Otherwise, then what was the resolve to sing to death?
I think it just comes with the fact she's been doing it long enough. She has a little bit more introspection on her actions and is personally worried about, like, what the results might be. I think that's it. It just, it's uncertainty over time. That's all it is. And like they were saying at the beginning when they were talking, it's like, yeah, hey, you weren't thinking about hurting people when you were, like, first transformed, right? It's like, yeah, no, I was kind of in the moment and didn't think about that at all. It's like, yeah, Hibiki has just been thinking about it too long. She needs to just...
That doesn't make any sense either. She wasn't fighting people when she first transformed.
That, to be fair, yeah, that's also true. She was fighting just, like, the noise, which clearly are not sentient individuals, right?
And the
like
first
100%.
time she had to fight a person was Chris, who she then actively tried to talk down from fighting. She's been the same every time she's ever done anything. I don't want to fight.
Yeah. Meanwhile, even though the auto scorers are, like, called dolls and obviously creations, like, they're 100% sentient individuals, right?
We don't know.
They express personality. They have desires. They look. They're clearly intelligent. Like, in what way do you think they might not actually be, like, sentient individuals?
That doesn't denote sentience. All of those things, none of those things denote sentience.
What would to you then?
An animal has all those things.
Let me go Socrates on you. You seem to know so much about sentience. I deferred to your wisdom theta. What is it then that confers sentience upon a being? Do you happen to know?
The problem here is that if I existed in the same era as Socrates,
you'd punch his lights out or argue for 10 years.
No, I would argue for 10 years because you can't. What you implied there is that Socrates would shame me into not knowing, whereas the whole, well, how do you define a horse? We'd have a 10-year debate because I would just keep going.
Exactly. So theta.
I think, and if I existed in the time of Socrates, I would just be another Socrates.
So let me go ahead and, like, rephrase the question. What would make them a person to you, and what are they lacking for that?
Self-awareness.
Do you think they aren't aware of their actions?
They could be programmed. They could literally just be programmed. A programmed being can still be programmed with desires, thoughts, everything. Anything that makes them actively pursue their goal with more intent, yes, they can be programmed to simulate sentience without being sentient.
So, I mean, like, this comes down to we don't know what's inside them, so obviously it must be fake kind of thing. Like, this is the Chinese room. At what point?
Not even that. Oh, God, what was that? That was a great book that uses the whole Chinese room thing, too. It's like a masterpiece. When talking to aliens. That you find out that the aliens are using the Chinese room back at us. Because they have no idea what's actually being said. Yeah, but unless we get internal monologue, and I don't recall, we've heard them talk out loud, but unless we have internal monologue to denote that they're actively thinking for themselves.
I mean, like, they clearly identify the thing that they enjoy and go, I'm gonna go ahead and form a new plan based on what I like to enjoy, which is more murder. It
Right.
seems as if
I
they are
watch
making an active decision based on their own knowledge of
I watch a
theirself.
lot of Code Bullet videos where the AI, or sorry, the program is given the incentive to do a thing via points. Because the program enjoys points. It wants to get more points. It's not sentient. It has things that it enjoys, though, if you want to
Since
throw
it's
those words out there.
Yeah, since this is the auto scorer debate now, this is where I'm going to throw back and go, humans only exist and do things because they have pain and pleasure, and would not pursue things if they did not have those things.
Yeah, because we're biological machines.
There's a funny thing. You can actually observe octopuses who do not have, like, these same kind of things. They're clearly intelligent,
Are they not
but,
octopi?
yeah, octopi. When
I would love
when
ape pies.
when an animal doesn't have food, they become agitated and they will start using more energy to seek out new sources. And octopi will go ahead, sit still, and not move until more food happens to come by.
I don't understand what your point was, though.
The point is that a lot of mammals have like a pain or pleasure reward around hunger and the need to pursue it that agitates them into action, but the octopus doesn't on this particular frame. So it just goes, the most logical thing to do, sit here, conserve energy. It doesn't do anything.
No, I understand what you're getting at. I just don't understand what the point is in relation to...
The point is, like, you were saying that it's like, well, you can fake a program into enjoying or disliking things. It's like, well, same thing with humans.
Right. I think that goes into a separate debate of, God, I cannot remember the word. The philosophy of existence, to specifically, you don't exist because I can't prove that you exist. Right? Only person I can prove exists is myself, because my own thoughts I have. I can't prove that you're thinking, because I'm never going to be able to prove that you're thinking. You do stuff in the same manner that everything else in nature does stuff. But I'm the only one that I can prove has thoughts, because I'm thinking them.
There you go, Theta. I think you proved it. You're the only sentient being, and that's our answer. I'm definitely not. Good. Perfect. At least we have a solid answer. Consistent one, too.
Well, I mean, that's the drain pipe that you circled yourself into. I'm sure this argument had many other, and this is like the choose your own adventure argument, right? There were a lot of ways you could have led this down, but you decided to go down the path that led you to sophilism.
I'll be honest. Every time I've read a choose your own adventure book, like, I just basically die immediately. I'm not good at that. Canonically, Griffin does not make good decisions. Everyone, let that be known.
Well, I always do that thing where if you see me with choose your own adventure, my fingers are like on this bunch of pages like this. Like, okay, I chose this one, so I'm gonna leave my pinky here. So if I need to go back, all right, I've gone this way. I like this set of choices. Finger here. Turn back to this page.
You gotta go hardcore mode. If you die, you start from the beginning again.
Well, I mean, you do that, then you read the same pages over and over again, and you understand. Okay, well, I only need to go here. It's like having quick saves. My fingers are my quick saves.
Yeah. All right. So I think that's probably about all we have to have for Symphogear today. We definitely had our auto score debate. Glad we had that. And next time we'll see, do the alchemical Symphogears stack up? So for right now, this has been Stoneface Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?